Hi, today I want to show you what my art setup is for painting. And when you get my watercolor sheets, the very basic things that you're going to need is paint and a brush. Now I've been using these Creative Mark brushes for a while now. They're from Mimik, that's M-I-M-I-K. This is a number 8 round, and you could purchase just one brush like this and that would serve your needs. It comes to a really fine point, holds a lot of paint. This is a synthetic brush, but it works great and I highly recommend them. Also, if you want to keep your expenses down, you can get one of these Winsor & Newton little palettes. And they came with summer paints. They come with a brush, but the brush is really so tiny that it's not that useful. And you can actually mix paint in these little trays, but that I think will be a difficult task. So you could just get a white plate. This is a Corelware, just plain old white plate that you could get at Walmart for a few dollars, or any white plate that you might already happen to have. Now, those are the basic things that you're going to need. You can take your artist sheet and you can really just lay it down on the table and paint it completely flat. You don't have to do anything else to it. Or you can get a foam core board. This one's about a ½ inch thick. That will work. And you can just use some push pins to put your painting onto the board. Also works. And then if you really want to get more involved, you can take the sheet that I mail you, soak it in water for 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, and then using a stapler like this, you can staple it down to the foam core. And the reason why you would do that is some of the areas when you're painting them, the paper will buckle a little bit. But this painting is small enough and the washes are small enough that you can really get away without stapling or tacking it down. So those are just options for you. Also, if you want to improve on your paint set, you'll get a paint list with your set, and what I recommend is QOR watercolors, and these are made by Golden. They're really great light fast paints, and they have a different sort of base than other watercolors, which is clearer, and so it gives more vivid, clear, bright colors when you're painting. So those I would highly recommend. Now, if you want to get a better palette, you can go this route. This is a Quiller. It's a plastic palette, and it's round with lots of wells for paint. And the reason why I like the round ones is because when you're mixing your colors up, you're always looking to darken colors, and you use the contrast complementary color, which would for blues would be orange, so they're set up opposite of each other right on the palette. Red is green, your purples are your yellow colors, so it's already set up and it makes it much easier to mix your colors. And another palette here, this is a smaller one that you can use, and same sort of thing. The setups are, these are set up with just the QOR watercolors, which are set up opposite each other, so it makes it much easier to mix them up. I also always set up my system with 2 containers of water. One is to clean your brush with, and one is to paint with. And these just happen to be collapsible, which are great when it comes to storing them. And this one I got from, let's see, I think I got it from a sporting goods store, and this one was actually meant as a dog dish, but you want to make sure you get really sturdy ones. They do make some of these for dog dishes, but they're very flimsy on the sides, and I've seen accidents occur using those. So the other part of my setup is I always have a little scrap piece of watercolor paper, which you'll get with your purchase of my watercolor sheets, to test the paint out on, and a paper towel handy to clean your brush with. And Another option down the road when you start having lots of supplies is you can get one of these. This is actually a tackle box for, it's a Plano tackle box for fishing, but it's sturdier and less expensive than art paint boxes that I've found so far. And it comes with these 2 drawers that hold lots of paints, and then all this room at the top for more equipment. And one other item that you may consider, when I actually did this painting, when it was all done, this is totally optional, not really necessary, but optional, and it's kind of fun. I got these Micron pens, and they have archival quality ink in them, and I used it to outline the edges of some of the work that I did in the painting, and you'll see that in my videos. So this is my basic setup. If you have any questions, please send them to swcolor@yahoo.com. This is Karen Gutliff Graves from Stonewall Watercolors. Thank you.